In this video we're going to be putting in all new lights and all new wiring into this boat trailer. Now, if you follow along with my instructions, I've done this several times in the past. I've kind of figured out an easy way to do it. Let's get started. First thing I like to do is lay the wiring on the ground, just kind of droop it through the trailer, tie it off at the back with a little excess, just to make sure you have enough wiring. Most trailer wiring kits are kind of standard. Sometimes the trailers are, a hair long. If you're dealing with a 20-foot boat, you're probably going to need an extended trailer wiring kit. So I just kind of lay it out dry, make sure I have the right wiring kit, and then we'll go on to the next step. Alright, so the first thing I do is I remove all the side marker lights. Like there was one there, there's one over here, and cut out all of that wiring because we're going to pull the wiring through using the old wiring, and we don't want any connectors hanging up. And then I also lay out the wiring so that the green and brown, that's going to be your right tail light, and the yellow brown is going to be left tail light. So here's my yellow brown original. Here's my new yellow brown. I have that all nice and taped together. And now, since I know all the side marker lights are disconnected, there shouldn't be anything preventing me from pulling the wire through. So I'm going to go back to the left rear tail light and start pulling the wire through gently. You want to make sure if you feel a snag or a hang up, do not pull any harder. And right there's the new wiring. So I have my green and brown old wire here, new wire here, all taped up. I usually tape about 6 inches worth. And that. And there's our new wire. Now, this looks easy, and it is because I removed all the side marker light wiring. You don't want any screws sticking through that could snag on this. You don't want any wiring sticking through from the side marker lights. And you don't want any of these little connectors here. I couldn't get this one off, but this is another snag spot. So we have both the left and the right all pulled through. Alright, so we have our brand new LED taillights. And you route the wires through these little slots here on the back. The ground wire can go to the stud. You can put the ground wire and the stud on the inside or the outside, it doesn't matter. That's going to bolt on there. And then we're going to fasten these wires together. So we have our new LED light. I have the wires tied together. And I like to use these waterproof twist lock connectors, and just twist them together by hand. Stick that right in there, and there's some lubrication that comes on these, so when you can kind of see it right there. Just twist it like that. We'll do this side. You can see the lubrication coming out. And that's going to make a waterproof connection. So I'll just stuff these right back in that trailer hole and bolt this light on. Now you want to make sure you use a lock washer, and I always use blue Loctite on the threads, and just tighten it up until the washer flattens out. You don't want to go too tight and break the plastic housing on the light. So this is going to be the left side tail light. It's going to have a clear light underneath it. And on the back side over here, it's going to have your license plate bracket. Now that both rear tail lights are done, we'll move on to the side marker lights. So we're going to install one of the side marker lights right here. So what you need to do is take your side marker lights apart. These two screws here going into the trailer are going to make your ground contact. And all of your side marker lights, the wire, you're only going to have one wire coming off them, and that's going to go to a brown wire. And it doesn't matter if it's from the left side or right side. They will all go to a brown wire. So you can just stick like a piece of coat hanger through these holes and pull out one of your brown wires, and then I'll show you how to connect them. So this is a wire tap splice. This is what's going to come with your wiring kit. You just separate the brown and yellow wires. I just used a razor blade, cut down the middle so they're separated, and then you tuck your brown wire all the way down to one side, and then your light is going to go into the other side right there. Slide it through there like that, and then when you squeeze this, I use pliers to squeeze those together. That creates the connection. See how that went down? And then flip this over. Now that's your connection. Now I'm also going to wrap this in electrical tape and then tuck it back in the hole, and then mount the light with the screws. Alright, so after all your side marker lights are wired in and bolted in, all you have left to do is connect your ground wire, which is going to be the white wire, and pick a spot on your trailer, if you don't already have one, up towards the front of the tongue, and screw it right in. And now the last thing to do is check all our lights. Alright guys, I got the headlights on in the vehicle. Let's take a look and see if everything's wired right. So we have side marker lights. Let's go around here to the back and see if we wired this stuff up right. I have left tail light and I have right tail light. Alright, well, let's double check and make sure we have blinkers. Alright, so I have left turn on the vehicle and left turn on the trailer. So it looks like it's wired right. Let's make sure the right side works. So I have right turn on the vehicle and right turn on the trailer. So this wiring job's done. There's a couple things I can tell you that I think are very important, and that is a good ground contacts. If you have a rusty trailer, grind the rust off wherever you're going to put your grounds. Other than that, I hope this video was informational and helpful to you, and I thank you for watching.